Alright, this weekend I've already got quite a bit of work done. I just want to shoot a little bit of footage of this. Basically I've cleaned my shop parking area up. It pretty much was gravel, but the grass had grown through. I used a little Massey tractor there with a box blade and rippers. Rip up all the organic material and get rid of it. And I'll probably use my dump trailer that I showed before. That's what I use to pile up a little bit of spoil over here. Gravel yard locally here is not open on the weekend, so it makes it a little bit more difficult. You kind of got to get your storage, and then maybe one Friday I'll come in and put down, probably only need about 3 or 4 inches of gravel on top of this. Actually it'll be road bond. But basically I've just cleaned out in front of my shop here, put a good gravel section around where all the walkways are at, and then road bond where I previously had just a bunch of stuff. I had like a little lawnmower trailer and stuff like that. I've moved that and pushed my dump trailer in, so I have a little bit more room. Today's project, if you've seen any of my other videos, this toy hauler here usually lives next to the shop. I've got it moved right now, getting ready to set up a Bosch laser leveler, and I'm going to shoot this over here next to the building and get that pretty close to level grade, still sloping away from the shop, but have the pad that this sits on really close to level. The plan is either this year or next year I'll probably get an RV shed to put the toy hauler in. But anyway, I just wanted to give you an update. I know many of y'all have seen both the toy hauler and the Massey. This particular video is kind of a combination of all. And I'm kind of going to go over just real quick how I laser this pad in. If you haven't used one of these, I did not go out and buy a new one. I picked one up on eBay, really cheap. And this is the way to do any kind of grading, wall building, deck building, etc. So if you don't have one of these and you need one, go to your rental yard and rent one when you need to get an actual long grade shot. They work really well. Okay, I'm going to get back to it, and I'll move the camera around to the side and kind of show y'all. I've got my 50 amp disconnected here and basically pushed everything back. I got a little bit of cleanup to do. I think that I have enough road bond to make this pad. If not, I'll make it a little short. I'll park the toy hauler on it and I'll go get another load sometime next weekend and fill it in. So really the only important thing that I get done today is get everything level and where the tires are actually going to sit. I want to make sure that I get the final layer of road bond in to finish grade. Alright, we basically got the pad here. I'll take the camera off here in a second. Let you see what it kind of looks like. As you can hear, basically I've went with this all around the pad, just using the box blade to scrape down a little bit. I only had to take off about 2 inches over there in the corner, and I pretty much got it within an inch everywhere. And then right as it comes up to the shop, it slopes upward, and I've got probably about a 4-inch fall from the shop down to where I'm going to park the RV. So basically I've got water flowing away from the RV, or away from the shop, so that I don't have any foundation issues. But always keep that in mind whenever you're grading. And the way this works, if you haven't seen one of these, you can Google it. This is a Bosch laser level. This is a LR30. I don't know what the model of that is, but I know it's like the medium version of it. So basically all you do is just put this on your post, and it's got lights on the back and the front. Tells you to go up or down, and you can get everything good. One thing I'll suggest, most people that are putting down gravel, the biggest mistake that they make is they don't cut down far enough. And so basically what you want to do is I want to put 3 to 4 inches of gravel down over top of this, and it's mainly already road bond, except for the far corner over there, and I'm going to cut that down a little bit further, and I'm going to try to end up with about 2 or 3 inches of a larger stone, and then I'm actually going to put road bond on top of that. But that'll be over here in the corner. This is actually abutting a bank, And I don't want to dig it back any further, so I want to kind of keep this same footprint that I had before. So the biggest thing is you know, make sure you get down, cut down low enough. Otherwise you end up having to bring your pad up too high. So basically what I do, I have this set now when I went back around after I know that it's within an inch of level, and I pushed it down 4 inches so that the post is actually, I can look underneath and make sure that I've got room to actually apply the gravel. But I'm going to go here at the tractor now. I'm going to start on this closest side. It's the sloping down side. So I've got about an inch of fall over here on this side, and then this back side is up higher. So I'm actually going to start filling from this side and go backwards and get all this filled in with gravel. Okay, we got basically our first layer of gravel. I'm almost out of gravel, so what I'm going to do now is actually just put the I've got a big 6-foot blade for this Massey that I can use for back blading. The reason I use a 6-foot blade is because it's wider and it actually make it a lot level. I just spot checked everything. This pad is going to end up being about 41 feet long. And when I say pad, we're talking gravel, not concrete. And I'm within about 2 inches of where I want to be. I've got slight down slope. This end down here is about 2 inches low. And I'll probably leave it like that. For the shed, when I actually do the shed, I don't really want the water to pond up anywhere. So I want natural drainage. So more than likely when I actually put in the shed, I've got a little low spot here that I've got a French drain. I'll probably attach into it and actually do little cross drains to basically get rid of the water. But I can worry about that once I get everything done, because where the shed goes, I really won't know where the water's going to end up until it's here. More than likely it's going to end up really close to this drain here, and I can just put some Geotex fabric and some gravel and actually drain that into the existing drain to get rid of the water. But I'm pretty happy with this. It's going to be nice going out to the RV and not having a lot of grass in the way. When you do this, you know, occasionally you'll still need to go back through and box blade, probably, you know, once every 2, maybe 3 years, something like that, just to you know, move the gravel around and pull up any organic material that may be in the gravel. Anyway, I want to get the blade on here and get this smoothed out. Okay, we're done with the 6-foot blade. This is really pretty level. Pretty happy with it. I basically just drug the blade with a Massey in reverse. One tip that I'll give you, if it's really unlevel, a lot of you know, the more tilt that you get, obviously, the more it works like a planer. But once you get it close, if you'll just, you know, put it straight and actually drag, you'll get a really smooth surface. So this is pretty level. I just checked it. Now I'm only off about 1 inch. So I've got about 1 inch of fall from down there to the rear corner here. And the same on this side. And again, there's where we're putting back here. And what I'll do, I ran short of gravel just a bit. I'll run and grab some gravel sometime next week and actually dump it, spreading it here. Now that we've got the base where we want as far as level, or close to level, I can actually use the spreader gate and just dump. I actually am going to need to probably put about two more inches of gravel minimum on that far side, and a little bit more on this side. And I may actually just go ahead and gravel further out to make it easier to get the camper. There's a little bit of a hump here that you've got to go up right now, which is fine. But anyway, I'm going to get the trailer back in here, and really glad not to see any grass or things growing here. And it should be a lot easier to get the camper unloaded and loaded back up with it being level.